Welcome back, fellow travellers of the mind. And over the last 4 videos, taking a deep dive into the strange and wonderful world of perception and reality. How your thoughts shape your experience, how everything is interconnected, and how even the present moment now is slipperier than a bar of soap at a budget hotel. From lemons that never existed to quantum weirdness and the unsettling idea that some alien somewhere is probably scratching its head wondering why we're all so obsessed with time. Our journey has revealed that reality is far more subjective and malleable than we've been led to believe. But here's the thing. Awareness without action is just mental gymnastics. Fun to think about, but not exactly life-changing. And, as Neville Goddard would say, the world is a mirror, forever reflecting what you are doing within yourself. So, if your reflection's been pulling weird faces lately, it might be time for a change. Today, we're diving deep into rewriting the story of who we are, or who you are at least. We're talking about a simple, powerful exercise, one that lets you reclaim the narrative of your life instead of being stuck on repeat like a bad soap opera. Before we do dive in, do the classic YouTube ritual. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and maybe even light a candle to set the mood. Unless you're in public, in which case, just grab a coffee. I'll have one too. Links in the description. Ready to become the author of your own story? Let's begin. So, fellow dreamers, existential explorers and procrastinators, we're diving back into the paper exercise from video 1. But this time, we're cranking the intensity up to 11. Think Inception, but with few spinning tops and more self-reflection. Grab that piece of paper. Yep, actual paper. The kind you can spill tea on. Not some fancy digital app where all mistakes can be deleted without a trace. At the top, scroll the word identity. Not things my ex said about me or reasons my boss secretly hates me, just the word identity. Now, underneath, jot down a few statements, leaving a bit of a space in between them. Statements about you. No need to sugarcoat it. Get brutally honest. Write down the roles you play, the labels you've accepted, and the beliefs you carry around like a badly packed suitcase. Go on. Write the lot. I'm too old to change. I'm always unlucky. I'm just an anxious person. And my personal favourite, I'm not cut out for this. You know the kind of internal monologue Gollum would be proud of. Pause the video, write those things down. When you finish, come back, and we'll start again. We'll try to at least. Yes, it'll be the greatest hits of self-sabotage. Notice how heavy those words feel. Like you've just been cast as the sad montage in a gritty BBC drama. But let's test the power of those statements. Close your eyes, unless you're operating heavy machinery, of course. Imagine each one vividly. Picture yourself in moments where those beliefs ruled your day. Notice your body's reaction. Tense shoulders, clenched jaw, the sinking feeling of dread that usually arrives around tax season. Your body believes your thoughts, just like Bruce Wayne believed dressing as a bat would solve all his problems. Spoiler alert, it didn't. But here's the twist. Take the pen and cross out each statement, one by one. Really dig in. Put some elbow grease into it. If you rip the paper, even better. Strike through them like you're the Terminator, and those beliefs just stole your motorcycle. And if you really want to, scribble each one out. Do whatever it is you need to do. When you're finished, in each statement's place, write something new, something better. No need for cheesy affirmations when asking you to stand in front of a mirror shouting, "I am unstoppable," like some motivational poster from 2005. Instead, create a believable new story, one you prefer to live. You know, I'm too old becomes, I'm evolving every day. I'm unlucky becomes, I create my own luck. And I'm just an anxious person becomes, I am aware and I can choose how I react. I know it sounds a bit self-helpy, but trust me, it's less embarrassing than crying in the shower with Radiohead on loop. Do you notice the difference? Notice a shift? Might feel awkward at first, like wearing a skinny pair of jeans just after Christmas dinner. And that's the process of change. If you've been able to believe the old statements for years without questioning it, why not give a new one a go? After all, if Neo can bend spoons and fight off existential dread in the Matrix, you can rewrite your own self-image. It's not about pretending your problems don't exist. It's about swapping lenses. See yourself differently, and the world around you changes. As Neville Goddard would say, you are already that which you want to be, and your refusal to believe this is the only reason you do not see it. It's like that scene in Empire Strikes Back, when Luke asks Yoda what's in the cave, and Yoda replies, only what you take with you. Your mind is the cave. What are you going to bring in there? Here's your challenge for the week. Carry this paper around with you. Read it every morning and every night. If you start talking to it like Wilson and Castaway, you might need a break. But otherwise, keep it close. Neville Goddard believed that imagination creates reality. And by rewriting your inner dialogue, you're planting new seeds. Expect a bit of resistance. It's your old beliefs kicking up a fuss, like that one friend who claims pineapple on pizza is a crime against humanity. Change, it's uncomfortable. But so is staying in the same way and pretending you're fine. You know you're not. So this exercise isn't about becoming delusional or plastering over cracks. It's about rewriting your story, choosing a plot twist instead of living in reruns. Reality, like the moody cat, often mirrors the energy you bring to it. So, bring something worth reflecting. And remember, if you don't believe in the new story yet, don't worry. Even Harry Potter needed a few tries to summon a Patronus. Just keep at it. Practice. The world is a stage. But unlike Shakespeare suggested, you don't have to be stuck in a tragic role. Rewrite the script. Go full Tarantino if you must. Memories, strange things. Silent ghosts that haunt the halls of our minds. Some bring warmth and comfort. Others cling to us like shadows, casting doubt and regret. But what if I told you the way you see your memories is a choice, an act of power over your own story? Think about it this way. The way movies manipulate our emotions. Black and white scenes often evoke nostalgia, sorrow, or distance, like memories of a time long past. It's not coincidence. Directors knew the power of color and perspective. In that film Schindler's List, the girl in red coat stands out in the world of grayscale, a powerful reminder of innocence amid tragedy. That single, poor little dead mouse. That single burst of color becomes unforgettable because of the contrast. Let's borrow that idea, shall we? Close your eyes and imagine a memory that brings you pain. Obviously, be safe to close your eyes. Maybe something you regret, a mistake you can't let go of, or hurtful encounter. Now drain the color from that scene until it's black and white. Picture it shrinking, fading, growing dimmer and less significant. Watch as it becomes a small, distant image in your mind. This exercise might seem simple, but it's rooted in how your brain processes emotions. Studies show that visualizing distressing memories in black and white can actually reduce their emotional intensity. You're not erasing the past, you're redefining it. You're choosing how much power it holds. Now, imagine a moment of happiness, something that fills you with pride, love, or excitement. Picture it vividly, but this time enhance the colors. Make them intense, brilliant reds, deep blues, and radiant golds. Enlarge the image until it's overwhelming, filling your mind. Notice how this memory feels closer, more vivid, like it's happening right now. This is how our minds work. The way we perceive our past shapes our present reality. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, wrote, "The souls become dyed with the color of its thoughts." When you choose to focus on vivid, positive memories, you reshape your inner world. You reclaim your power. We see this in movies all the time, how memories are painted in shades of light and dark. In The Wizard of Oz, for example, Dorothy's sepia-toned Kansas transforms into the bright colors of Oz, a visual metaphor for awakening, possibility, and the shift from the mundane to the extraordinary. You can create your own Oz by deciding which memories deserve full, vivid color and which can fade into the background. You're the director of your inner film. This exercise isn't just about memories, it's about perspective, how you choose to frame your life. Neville Goddard often spoke of living in the end, the idea that you must imagine yourself already possessing what you desire. Feel it, see it, live it. By experience the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you draw it into reality. When you focus on vivid, colorful moments, you're practicing Goddard's philosophy, training your mind to see the outcome you want, not the limitations you fear. You know, the Stoics taught that we don't control external events, only how we perceive them. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." You can't change the past, but you can decide how much it defines you. You can choose which memories you keep vivid, which ones fade away. This exercise is a reminder that you are more than your past. You are the painter of your inner world, the director of your mental movie. Question is, what kind of story would you tell yourself? Past, a collection of moments, fragments of memory. The power lies in how you choose to see them. Use the past. Don't let it use you. Life isn't about erasing what's gone, but rewriting the story you tell yourself. When you view painful memories as distant and insignificant and cherish the joyful moments in full, vivid color, you shift the narrative. It's your story. Make it a masterpiece. After all, the only moment you ever truly have is now. Live boldly in it. Memories are really strange things. Silent ghosts that linger, dragging their worn-out suitcases of regret, joy, and cringeworthy moments through the corridors of our minds. Some memories burst with color, vibrant and alive, while others cling like shadows, heavy, monochrome, draining. But as we've explored in previous episodes, the past and future are illusions. All we really have is now, the present moment, fleeting, unpredictable, and dripping with potential. It's a bit like that scene in Inception. Time folding in on itself, and you're stuck wondering if you're still dreaming. Spoiler alert, you actually are. We all are. The dream is now, and we can shape it. Let's try another exercise, an interesting one. Close your eyes, or if that makes you look a bit too much like Yoda communicating with the Force, just look away pensively into the distance. Think of a moment. Now think of a moment from your past, something truly beautiful. A memory so vivid and colourful, it makes the rest of your life feel like a BBC period drama on a rainy Sunday. Maybe it's a moment of pure love, a victory you earned, or a laugh so deep your ribs hurt. And picture it now, full, brilliant, in Technicolor. Now hold on to that image and keep it vivid. Notice how it feels warm, expansive, powerful. Now, whilst you've got that image in your mind, let's shift. Remember a painful memory, something that stings, a moment of regret or heartbreak. See it in your mind's eye. And notice the colour in that picture you had before, fading, like an old photograph left out in the sun. It grows colder, smaller, more distant. And here's where the fun starts. Notice how the darkness of that painful memory is draining the colour from the beautiful one. You might feel the warmth slipping away, the joy, fading. It's not gone, but it's hard to hold on to, isn't it? That's the trick of our minds. The past, that illusions we cling to, has the power to cast shadows on the present, but only if we let it. As for sin in the past, it's just a mental construct. That's what we've seen in our past videos. Static, unchangeable. The future, a foggy guessing game. The only reality we have is now, this moment. And this moment we have a choice. For example, that paper you wrote on earlier, the beliefs you crossed out, the new story you started crafting, ask yourself, what can I do to bring a little colour back into the picture? The one that lost all the colour. What in those words can we use to bring colour into the picture? Not tomorrow, not after your morning coffee or in the next life crisis, now. Can you shift your focus? Can you breathe deeply? Unclench your jaw, or do something, however small, to reclaim a bit of that vivid, joyful state? Can you smile? Even if it feels like your face may crack. It doesn't have to be grand, just a brushstroke of colour in this moment. Here's a little challenge for you. Every time life feels a little grey, every time the past looms large or the future feels uncertain, look at that paper. Think about that picture. Ask yourself, what can I do right now to bring a little bit of colour back? Maybe it's a kind word to yourself, a small action, a choice to see things differently. Neville Goddard taught that we are always living in the end, experiencing the feeling of our wish fulfilled. Marcus Aurelius, that grumpy old stoic, writes, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. You're the artist. Decide which colours to use. You can't change what's gone, but you can change what you focus on. So why not paint a masterpiece? The past can only colour the present if you let it. Life is an endless series of moments, and each one is a brushstroke. Paint boldly, my friends, and don't let the shadows steal your colours again. After all, the present moment is the only canvas we ever truly own. Life's journey. You know what I mean? It's not the polished cinematic kind where a swell of violins carries you off into the sunset, but more the sort of where you're caught in a downpour without an umbrella, soggy shoes, questionable life choices, and faint hope the bus arrives in time. We love a good hero's journey. The reluctant call to adventure, dramatic setback, and a sweeping victory. Frodo didn't reach Mordor on a cheeky stroll. Harry didn't defeat Voldemort with a cheeky flick of his wand. And James Bond, he's lost more Aston Martins than most of us have had socks. Yet, in reality, Life is far less theoretical, dramatical, something. There are no dramatic epiphanies set to John Williams' finest. Change is rarely a Hollywood moment. It's a series of small, stubborn choices. Marcus Aurelius put it best. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. What did he mean? You've been ignoring. What you've been ignoring is actually your training montage. Cue the Rocky theme. It's like any good story. Most of it's not glamorous. Frodo doesn't get a lot of credit for all the trudging. And let's face it, the daily grind often feels like a heroic journey and more like a 3-hour director's cut of someone walking uphill both ways in the rain. But here's the twist. That's where the story happens. The epic moments only matter because of the struggle it took to get there. Like me walking right now. Sometimes it is a struggle. Or as the Stoics would say, suck it up, buttercup. Progress requires effort. Or something like that. Tony Stark didn't build the Iron Man suit on a well-rested Sunday morning. It was thousands of small, desperate choices that turned fear into power. Real change is like that. No flash, no flair, just grit. Consistency. 1,000 tiny moments of choosing to keep going. Your life is a story, and you are the author. Each decision, a line of text. Each day, a new page. Some days a gripping thriller, others a dull chapter and traffic jams and existential dread. But they all matter. The past may be written, but the future's a blank page, an open book in your hand. The Stoics had a knack for perspective, and as Seneca said, every new beginning comes from another beginning's end. Life's plot twists aren't roadblocks, they're plot devices. Your challenge is to write your own narrative, one moment at a time. And if things go sideways, well, at least you've got a cracking story. So what's your next chapter? What's your next step? Go on, get out there, rewrite that script, and make the journey your own. Remember, the hero's journey is mostly walking, a lot of walking. And if you trip, dust yourself off, mutter something unprintable, and keep going. If you've enjoyed this journey, give us a like, share, or subscribe, because who doesn't love a good plot twist? And if you're feeling extra generous, let us know how your story is unfolding. I'll leave you with a bit of wisdom from Marcus Aurelius. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So, here's to the journey, the ups, the downs, and everything in between. Carry on, you magnificent storyteller, and I love you, and I miss you.